welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another celebrity recreation video. But for this one, I'm going to be recreating a celebrity's makeup look. I took a page out of Bella Hadid's book and recreated this look. I even got the outfit down pretty pat. But before we jump into how I achieved this, I just want to remind you guys to please like this video if you enjoyed it. If you guys would like to see me recreate more celebrity makeup looks. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you are new and leave me a comment down below as well. Send me requests for whose makeup I should recreate next, and let's jump into how I transform myself into Bella Hadid. For this video, I'm going to be recreating this look from Bella Hadid. She's got this like blown out, smoked out, cool brown cat eye with these big lashes and like a soft matte slash natural finish on the face. Her cheeks have a pretty good contour on them, but as far as like blush and highlighter goes, it's very, very minimal. I'm not even seeing any highlighter at all on her cheeks. I'm just seeing a little bit on her nose. Then for her lips, she's got kind of like a darker outline with like a pouty, glossy pink nude in the middle. The whole look to me feels just like kind of very dramatic, but with a little bit of like a 90s/2000s vibe, which I absolutely love, right up my alley. So we're gonna get started. I'm just gonna pin my hair back, and I'm so sorry you guys, it is wet in the back. I just did the bare minimum right now, but by the end of this video, it'll be fine. So to start out with, first off, I'm hot. Let me just, woo. Oh my gosh, roll these sleeves back before I pass out. So starting out with primer, I'm going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This one just really locks in my makeup and holds it in place. So I'm going to go in with just a single pump of this. And then my mirror's over here, so just FYI, that's why I'm looking over here. But I'm going to go ahead and rub this in, just kind of until it becomes nice and tacky. So moving on to foundation, I'm gonna go with the Uoma Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. Like I said, the makeup that she has on is kind of like a soft matte, so this is the perfect foundation for it. I'm just gonna dot it on my face. Then go in with a beauty sponge and just pounce it all into my skin. And then because her skin looks so flawless, I'm gonna go in with a second layer just to give myself the most even, perfect canvas that I can. And this foundation is great for this because it's really, really buildable, but it doesn't look cakey. It keeps a very natural, beautiful consistency and finish on the skin. So next up is concealer, and her under eyes are just like absolutely flawless. They just have the tiniest hint of brightness to them, not anything too dramatic, and they feel kind of flat against the rest of her face. So I'm gonna go in with just like a small triangle of concealer, just a little bit, enough to cover up my under eye circles and brighten up the very, very inner corners. And then just a little bit on the nose, chin, and forehead just to balance out my face. And then I'm just setting that concealer with a little bit of powder. Moving on to contour, it looks like she doesn't really have a contour necessarily on her forehead, just a little bit of bronzer, so we're gonna skip that there. But as we know, Bella has very, very high cheekbones. She just looks naturally contoured, but it does look like they did emphasize that on her cheeks with a strong contour, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Taking the Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Nambia, I'm gonna start carving out where I want my contour to go, keeping it higher than I usually would to create the illusion of higher cheekbones just like Bella. And then she does have a very defined jawbone, which I'm gonna fake by contouring underneath there to give my face a little bit more of an angular appearance. And then I'm gonna set that contour with the L'Oreal True Match powder in the shade Cocoa. And then to really carve out this contour, I'm gonna sharpen the edges with a little bit of powder. And then going in before bronzer on the forehead, I'm gonna set my whole face with some face powder. And if you feel like your contour is still looking a little bit harsh, this is a great time to soften it just by going over those areas with any leftover powder that's still on your brush. For bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer in the shade Hotel Heiress. And like I said, it looks like she has a little bit of bronzer going on her forehead. So I'm just gonna warm up my forehead with that and balance it out a little bit on my cheeks. Then moving on to the eyes, I'm going to start by mapping out my cat eye with a little bit of powder. I'm just going to go ahead and draw that cat eye shape that I want with some face powder, and also apply a little bit extra on my under eyes just in case of any fallout from my shadows. This will help you to see the shape so that you can make sure it's a little bit more even and keep you in line when you're applying the shadows. So for this look, I brought down a few different palettes, but I think the main one that I'm going to work with is the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette. Her cat eye looks like it's pretty cool, so this palette just has a good mix of cool tone browns that I can work with. First color I'm going in with is Lovely Bunch, and I'm just going to use that to lay down the foundation for this eye look and also start mapping out the shape. I'm just going to sweep the shade over my lid and wing it out where that powder line is. Next up, it looks like she has just a little bit of warmth on the outside edges of her shadow, so I'm going to take a little bit of Shell Yeah and use that to blend out the edges. I'm going to go into Nutty, which is going to be the main shadow for this look. Taking a little bit of a smaller brush so that I can be a little bit more detailed, I'm going to pick up some of the color and first lightly draw on the cat eye and then fill in the rest of my lid. And then at first it's going to be harsh, but taking the same brush that we used to apply Shell Yeah, I'm going to go in and blend out the edges. And then repeat the exact same things on the other side. Then I'm just going to sweep up the excess powder that's left around my eyes. Okay, then moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to take Shell Yeah and use that to start blending out my lower lash line, taking it up into the wing that I've created on the top lid. Then next I'm going to go into Nutty and do the same thing, and with this color I'm going to use it to round out the cat eye just a little bit. And again, taking that same brush from before to blend it all together. Okay, so for liner, it looks like she has just like a very subtle liner, but then it does come in and connect on her inner corner. It doesn't exactly make a fox eye, it just follows the shape of her inner corner. So starting with tight lining, I'm just going to use a pencil liner to deepen up my lash line and also fill in that inner corner. And then taking some liquid liner, I'm just going to draw on a very small wing. So for lashes, I'm trying to decide right now. I have these 122 Wispies from Ardell, and then also these 700s, which are a little bit more dramatic. Her lashes aren't as dense, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with the 122s, and I'm just gonna quickly cut them down to size and prep them with glue. And it looks like she has like a full strip of lashes on, so I'm gonna leave them relatively long. Usually I go a little bit shorter than that, but I think that this will work for this look. So while that dries, I'm going to just apply a coat of mascara, then also fill in my eyebrows. Her eyebrows are left very natural. They just have a good structure to them. So I'm just going to use a light hand and fill in any gaps on my eyebrows as opposed to fully redrawing a shape. And then by this point, my glue has dried to a good consistency, so I'm going to go ahead and apply the false lashes. And for this look, I'm going to concentrate them on the outer edge of the eye just to really emphasize this cat eye. So now to finish up the rest of the face, it looks like she has a very light blush on applied at the very highest points of her cheeks. But like I said before, I don't see really any highlighter on her cheeks, just a little bit on her nose, and I don't see any type of nose contouring as well. So we're gonna skip that and just go with blush on the cheeks and a little bit of highlight on the nose. For my blush, I'm gonna go with MAC Melba, and as I said before, just concentrate it towards the top of my cheekbones to give my face a more lifted look. And just use a very light hand to keep it subtle like hers. For highlight, I'm going to go with the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter and just take a small detail brush and apply that to the tip of my nose and a little bit on the bridge. So for the lips, she's definitely got a darker lip liner on, not dramatically darker than the rest of her lip, but just like a little bit darker. And then she's got this like nude, pouty, slightly pink gloss going on in the center. So for this, I'm gonna have to kind of fake it because I don't have any types of glosses like that. But for my lip liner, I'm going in with MAC Whirl. And then for the center of the lips, I'm gonna be using the Dose of Colors Truffle Liquid Lipstick. And then I'm gonna go in with the Lauren Conrad Lip Gloss in Dawn right over top. And it looks like she's overlining just slightly, and they also slightly rounded out her Cupid's bow. For Truffle, I'm gonna place it just in the center of my lips and then use my finger to blend it out. And for the bottom lip, I'm gonna blend it out a little bit further, kind of like how she has it. And then finally just over both lips with a little bit of lip gloss. Okay, so I actually tried the Dawn lip gloss. It's a little bit too pigmented and it took away Truffle a little bit. So I'm going over all of this with the ColourPop Luxury Lip Oil in Playa Vista. Okay, so the makeup is complete, but let's really finish off this look. All right, so I am transformed into Bella Hadid. I had like the perfect coat for this. This is an old coat from Pepper Mayo, but if you guys like it, I'll try to find a similar one and link it for you guys. I also have this link chain necklace from Ellie Vale Jewelry, and then these hoops from Amazon. And then I just have my hair back with a couple of tendrils hanging out, and I feel like this is the look. We've definitely got the vibes going on here. But anyways, that was it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed recreating Bella Hadid's makeup look with me. If you guys want to see more of these videos, leave me a comment down below, like this video, do all the things. Let me know which celebrity's makeup look you guys want to see me recreate next. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys again in my next one. Bye.